We're good.
Smack talking where the legends live and the rookies get schooled in law. This ain't just talk. This is smack talking raw. You ready, Pinky? Judge always Ron. Let's lay the smack down. Boom.
Welcome to another episode of Smack Talking Raw. I'm Pinky.
Woo-hoo.
That is not Ronstradamus. That is Robert filling in again. Last second, Ron got caught in Denver traffic. He did not estimate appropriately how dangerous Denver traffic can be at rush hour. So, Robert will be here to fill in for Ron. He always does a good job. So,
Do my best. What can I say? I appreciate you having me on again after the crazy week that we've had. So, helping my boys out. Lots of memories have been made for sure.
So, in honor of Ron, we'll have to start out with Ron's rant, as we always do. And
All
so,
right, lay it on me.
there's a lot of stuff that happened on Raw. It could arguably be one of the best Raws of the year last night. Ron has absolutely discussed Triple H and his booking and what he's been doing, and he had a big. So Ron's rant. Pinky always likes to do what grinds my gears, right? Little Family Guy. What grinds my gears?
Love it.
Triple H came out last night to start the show and had the balls to talk about, he hears all the noise from the internet community and he knows best and he's the guy. And he was just really talking some trash to the internet community last night. And I'm not going to stand for it. Triple H, you do better. We deserve better. Last night's Raw was, as Ron put it, one of the best Raws of the year. And yet it still felt like everything had been just thrown together. Like it wasn't really detailed, outlined stories. They just kind of threw it together and somehow it all worked. So, Triple H, please do better as we move into 2026, as we finish the Cena retirement tour. We need new atmosphere, culture. We need new everything. We need to get back to ruthless aggression or attitude era or, even the bloodline era. Like, let's get back to having some great stories. So, Ron, go ahead, Robert.
I was going to say, I agree with Ron on this wholeheartedly. Like, being a greenhorn, if you will, a rookie in this, there's not a lot to grab onto. It's kind of the same type of things where it's the same matches. It's the same rehash. There's no new story. It's kind of bland. And as I've mentioned on the show before here with you, Pinky, I find a lot of the main storylines boring. I'm finding more entertainment in the Rio Sky or whatever, like them teaming up. A lot of the women's matches and things have good stories. There's things to follow. I'm like, oh, so you'd be like, oh, hey, Robert, did you know so-and-so is wrestling for this title match? Like, I would know the answer to that. Whereas when you come into the men's side of it, there's no, oh, hey, who's wrestling for what and why do I care again? Like, it didn't make sense. And I know, and we'll get into that here in just a little bit, but like, it doesn't make sense for me as a casual fan to see Cena win the Intercontinental from Dom with having 3 dates left now. Like it just doesn't For me, it doesn't make sense, and I can't really agree with it.
I'll help it make sense in a moment, Robert. When we get to that part, I'll help it
Well, that's
make
why I
sense.
like talking about this, is you educate me and tell me that I'm wrong.
Not that you're wrong, just that it makes sense.
I'm for
So,
it.
all right. So before we get into Raw, there's something from SmackDown that I got to talk about. Congrats to my gal, Chelsea Green, winning the United States Championship. She squashed Julia. Really surprised by this outcome. Julia is a newer. She's been in been in the main roster 6 months, 7 months now. I didn't see her getting squashed like that. Like she got squashed, bro. Like it was not. It was like this, like a 2-minute match. If you blinked, you missed it.
Well,
Like
isn't that what happened with Tiffy last week? Like,
I mean, that was pretty close. It was pretty close to a squash. I mean, it was a squash, but this one was like literally like 2 minutes.
Hmm.
To see Julia, a new up and comer, just get demolished that way was pretty tough. I think I would have preferred a 7-8 minute match, make it look good, and then Chelsea cheats to win. Because Chelsea cheats, that's okay. That's her character. But getting Julia squashed like that, Julia might not recover, man. Like once they make you look weak and you get squashed, I don't know. It's tough to get back into the title scene. So we'll see. That's what I'm concerned about is what they're going to do with Julia going forward. But Chelsea, my lord, the things she did on her first reign as United States champion were fantastic. So I look forward to everything she does in her second reign as United States champion. She's also teaming with Ethan Page. As you can see, he's holding her up. They are now, they've got the mixed tag team championship from AAA, and they both hold titles. She's got the United States, he's got the North American championship, and they're both Canadian. So there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with that. So congrats, Chelsea. I look forward to seeing you. Hopefully you will. I am hoping to see some Chelsea Green in next weekend at SmackDown in Denver. Let's go.
That is next weekend.
It is next weekend.
Wish I was going.
Yeah, I know how that goes, brother.
But Seattle was worth it. So.
Seattle was probably worth it, and we spent a lot of money. That's for sure.
I don't want to talk about that part.
Right. Yeah, me neither. Let's not talk about that. All right. So a lot of stuff happened on Raw last night. A lot of stuff. Let's start here with Stephanie Vaquer defended her World's Women's Heavyweight Championship against Raquel Rodriguez. Very good match. Those two ladies have some good chemistry. Stephanie did end up pulling up the victory, and then she ended up getting hit by Nikki Bella with the belt. And Nikki has officially turned heel and is now the bad guy. We knew this was coming.
The chants last night were brutal.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I did see that.
What were the chants, Robert?
Wasn't it that Cena left you or,
yeah.
or some? Oh man! And for those, again, being a casual fan, this is something that I have followed and have always wondered about. Now that I'm in the wrestling verse with Pinky, I've gotten a lot more education, and I really just love that this is still a topic for the fans, that they are going with it, going to the heel, just kind of beating her down a little bit. But that's still ruthless to do to somebody after so many years. So I thought it was hilarious, and we'll see where it goes from here, because she'll have to play into it, right? You can't not play into it. So
she will have to play into it, and this again could start a good rivalry / story between Nikki and Stephanie. And this also created oh wait, that's not what I created. But so this should be fun. Nikki has not gotten into the title scene since she has been more prevalent since Royal Rumble. She has also taken quite a bit of L's. So I'm curious where this will lead because I don't want to see Stephanie lose the belt, but how many more L's can Nikki take? So again, Ron and I talk about it a lot. When you don't really know what's going to happen, that's when you can really be invested in a storyline, right? It's when we
Completely.
know, hey, we know this is going to happen because of XYZ. That's when it's not entertaining. We
Yep.
want to be entertained.
As Russell
Oh
Crowe
man.
once said, "Are you not entertained?"
Continuing the rundown on Raw. I I hated this. I hated it, Robert.
Tell me why, Pinky. Why? What
So
about this match did you dislike? Because
I'm just a
you're
big
saying that pretty pretty strongly.
I love Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss together. Their tag team and their rivalry with other tag teams has helped save the women's tag team division. Like, I am interested in the women's tag team division. It's been a long time since we've been able to say those words. Like this 100-day reign mattered. And these two girls had so much fun. They looked like they were really enjoying their time together as tag team partners. And the Kabuki Warriors have done a lot of good work as well. They've been tag team champs in the past. It's not a shocker in this case because the Kabuki Warriors are a tough tag team. Asuka and Kairi Sane are putting in work. The problem is at this point, does that mean Charlotte and Alexa are going to go their separate ways and try to go towards single, get back into the singles main event picture, which is also a good thing for both characters as well. But that's a tough call, man. I don't know where they go from here. I just really enjoyed these two ladies coming together and building up the tag team division. Did you see anything about this at all, Robert?
I did not know. So
Okay.
this is
So
I did not catch Raw last night, so I apologize to the watchers. But yeah, I did not get to that when I was watching the boring Monday Night Football.
right. Thankfully, I had my tablet and I was watching Raw while I was missing nothing on Monday Night Football. There was nothing interesting about Monday Night Football last night. So the Kabuki Warriors got an assist from the new, what we presume to be the new tag team of Nia Jax and Lash Legend. And funny enough, SmackDown had a wardrobe malfunction from Charlotte Flair.
And they cut out Blackout.
And last night, Nia Jax had a wardrobe malfunction as well. They cut out twice. Where her she was wearing like one of these loose sweater type things. Made her look really nice. But like I was like, you cannot move in a ring or do anything physical with that shirt on. Like they're just gonna pop right out, and they did. They wanted to say hello to everybody, and everybody in the audience got a show. So, but the Lash Legend, Nia Jax, they helped the Kabuki Warriors win, and then they all proceeded to beat up on Charlotte and Alexa, and then Io Sky came out. And then Rhea Ripley came out. And now, do you know what we got now, Robert?
What do we got now?
As William Regal, the famous William Regal, will say, War Games!
Hey!
So now it'll be the Kabuki Warriors and Lash Legend and Nia Jax versus We're Not Friends and Rio. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky will be the teams in War Games. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 5. I don't know if they'll add a 5th for either team, but this is at least the 4 at the moment. So that was fun. I'm excited. You know, I like Io Sky. I like Rhea Ripley. So this should be a fun War Games. I am intrigued and hopefully will be entertained. Oh man. After this weekend, my voice is hurting. Um,
I mean, we've been screaming and shouting and all a lot.
let's see. I didn't get any graphics for the second War Games, so gonna have to work on that here. Actually, that's not what I wanted. Let's not. We'll just stop sharing for a moment. All right. So we'll talk about the second War Games. Um, Second War Games is going to be they had CM Punk come out and he was yelling and wanting to get his hands on Logan Paul for sucker punching him last week.
Ooh, bring in the
You, you didn't
Paulmeister.
see that one, I'm
I did
assuming?
not see that one.
It was pretty awesome. Logan Paul threw on some brass knuckles, made it look like he was going to help CM Punk fight the Vision, and then straight up cold cocked him. It was awesome.
That's
So
sick.
Logan Paul is officially kind of part of the Vision at the moment.
I was gonna ask, does that put him now in a team or a group
So
deal?
I don't know if he's a full-fledged member or if this is just for War Games, but he was like, "Hey, the Vision's taking over. The Vision said they're going to crack you every night if you're not with them. I don't want to get cracked every night, so I'm going to do what I got to do." And so now he's with the Vision. So they came out to fight CM Punk. Jey Uso showed up to help out. And then why am I drawing a blank? Who else came out to help? Somebody else came out to help in their
Yeah.
time of need. Um, Men's War Games 2025.
Now, while you're looking that up, Pinky, let me ask you, how
Oh,
long does do war games in wrestling typically last?
like the matches?
Mm-hmm.
So they usually go about 20 to 30 minutes a
Now, is it
piece.
settled in one match or is it multiple matches?
So it's a men's and a women's War Games match. The way that it goes, it starts out with two people in the ring, and then after I want to say it's 2 minutes or five, another person comes down to the ring. So then it's 2-on-1.
Mm,
And then another guy comes down. Now it's 2-on-2. And they do that until it's 4-on-4 or 5-on-5, right?
gotcha.
The match officially starts when everybody's in the ring. So the first time where everybody's not in the ring yet, like there's no submissions, there's no pins, you can't get eliminated. And then as soon as everybody's in the ring, then they can be eliminated. So, and I
Gotcha.
believe it's every single person, but it might just be the first fall. Yeah. It's usually the first interval is the first two competitors are in the ring for 5 minutes, and then it's 2 minutes every then after another person comes in. And
Sweet.
then it's the first pin or submission.
Now, will this be on a PLE or will this be on next week, Monday Night Raw?
This will be November 29th. So it's the Saturday after
Ooh,
Thanksgiving.
okay. Um, that I may or may not be able to watch that with you.
I
That will
know your
depend on
dad's
my
in town, so
yeah. Which
we'll see.
I know you and we'll come back to that later. I know we talked about maybe doing something with him while he's here. So
Oh,
we'll
we've got
come.
the race too, don't we?
Yeah, we got Vegas on Sunday, or in 2 weeks.
So we'll figure that one out. So that's War Games. So men's War Games so far, it was Cody Rhodes came out to save Jey Uso and CM Punk. So we've got a 3-3. Rumor is Brock Lesnar will be with the Vision, and then the good guys still need an extra guy. So I don't know who's going to team up with the good guys. Um,
So I'm glad you brought that up. So is Brock Lesnar on the roster now for WWE? Is it a special case like Logan Paul and The Rock? because I know there's still some legal concerns, if you will, but obviously if he's on it, it can't be that big of a concern. So I'm just curious how he's gonna fit into the mold now because he's been somewhat retired.
Well, he's got to be back in the fold because he's on the WrestleMania 42 commercials.
Mm.
So they've got some WrestleMania 42 commercials that recently came out where they're all Brock, Roman, Cody, CM Punk, I think Jay maybe,
Mm.
are around a poker table. So
I don't like that.
he
But
wouldn't be
okay.
in the commercial if he's not kind of on the roster. So he's involved. Now, how much he's involved? He might be a part timer, kind of like Logan Paul, where he's going to be part of this PLE, he'll be part of that PLE. He's not a consistent player. We'll see. Again, he squashed Cena at WrestlePalooza, which almost feels like a break glass in case of emergency. Like, hey, let's get this. Like, everybody knows who Brock Lesnar is. Let's have him fight Cena.
Yeah.
He hasn't been seen since. So he
Except
hasn't
in the
been on Raw.
commercials.
He hasn't been on SmackDown. Except for the commercial, we have not seen Brock Lesnar since. So who
Such a
knows what's
shame.
going to happen there. But
Need
now we
new
got War
talent.
Games. War Games is coming into focus, which is fun. So then let's talk a little bit about the John Cena 16-man tournament that we've got going on. They had 2 matches last night to get the tournament started, which were pretty fun. We had Sheamus and Shinsuke Nakamura. I gotta say, Shinsuke's opening music is pretty awesome. It is pretty damn good.
Love
I am
that.
a fan. I love Sheamus. Sheamus has always been one of my favorite guys because no matter what, Sheamus is going to give you a banger, as he would say. I like guys who like. I like the brute strength guys, the bigger than life guys.
Yeah.
So I've always been a big fan of Sheamus. This was a fun match. Sheamus ended up pulling out the victory to move on to the next round. And they had a good moment of sportsmanship when it was all done. They came together, gave each other a hug, and Shinsuke raised Sheamus's hand in the ring. I always enjoy that as a good show of sportsmanship, right? So that's always a fun thing to have. We
Absolutely.
also
So let me ask. So Sheamus won that match, so he moves on into the tournament.
Sheamus moves on to the next round of the tournament.
Cool. I like that.
And then we had Rusev and Damian Priest.
Obviously, Damian Priest won that.
He did not.
Really?
Rusev won that match. Now, they did play up Damian Priest on SmackDown, had gotten a fireball to the eye, and then Selena Vega, scratched up his eye. So they still had some makeup on his eye to make it look like it was still damaged. So he was kind of fighting with one eye. They kept the announcers kept making a point of that. So to make it not look like he just got squashed by Rusev. This was a very fun, entertaining match. Another banger, as Sheamus would say. Rusev has history with John Cena, so it is a good thing to have him going on to the next round.
Cool.
So right now, so they moved on. The next match, we've got 2 matches on SmackDown coming up on Friday. We've got LA Knight versus a mystery opponent.
Any guesses on who it would be? Because I have none.
Well, for one, if it's a mystery opponent, I think the mystery opponent wins.
I believe in Joe Hendry. No, I'm just kidding.
I do think Joe Hendry is going to be involved.
Really? Oh, I was making a joke, but I'm cool with that.
I think
I'm good with this.
Joe Hendry and Matt Cardona are 2 guys from TNA that will be involved. You can also get Nick Namath, that's over in TNA. He can also get into this tournament as well. But LA Knight is versus a mystery opponent. They have not announced it. That'll be on SmackDown. Also on SmackDown, The Miz versus Jey Uso.
Oh, yeah, the guy you keep saying I look like.
You've got some Miz in you. I'm just saying.
All
You
right.
got some Miz in
I'll
you.
take the compliment. I mean, Miz
It's
is
a
cool.
compliment. The Miz is awesome, man. He's a
Yeah,
great
Miz
guy.
is. I don't mind him at
He's
all.
a great shit talker. He's been doing this for 20 years. He came from the Real World, the show.
Okay.
He literally went from the Real World to OVW wrestling. So uh,
Nice.
he's got a really cool story. But the
Okay.
Miz versus Jey Uso, those two matches will be on SmackDown. They just announced last night. So the cool thing they're doing is they got everybody's names in this little bingo wheel. They
Oh, so
spin
they're
the
just
wheel
kind
and then
of doing. That's cool.
they pull the name out. So we've got Gunther is back,
Gunther. Let's
and
go,
he
baby.
is going to be facing Javon Evans.
Ooh. Okay.
I hate this and I love this.
Why do you hate it?
I hate it because in all reality, Gunther should squash Javon because it's Gunther's first match back from injury, and it's and I hate it because I really like Javon, and I'd like to see Javon actually move up in the tournament. I'd love to see Javon against John Cena. That would be fun and interesting. So I really like Javon Evans. I think he's part of the future. We'll talk about that in a little bit. So this is a really fun match. This is next Monday night on Raw, and then we've got Solo Sikoa also versus a mystery opponent as well.
Interesting.
So, I do like the mystery opponent aspect because I think it does leave it open to, oh my God, who is going to come out, whose entrance music is going to hit, and what kind of pop are they going to get? Are we going to know who they are? So I'm super excited for that.
Awesome.
So far, this has been a great idea. And then I've got to throw it in that, well, I'll stop sharing for a sec. So the John Cena started off Raw last night. Now, they say he's from Boston. He's from 30 minutes north of Boston. Okay.
Sure.
Is that being from Boston? Is it close enough?
In some
Sure.
circles of the world.
Right? Sure. He is a New England Patriots fan. Surprise, surprise. So I guess we'll give it to him. But he starts off, I should say, Triple H started off the show calling him the GOAT. Triple H also said he named out many different things. He said everything is kind of subjective to mic skills, in-ring performance, your presence outside the ring, all those things. And John Cena checks all those boxes. Made a very good argument for why John Cena is the GOAT. And I agree with that argument. I think John Cena is the GOAT overall. I do think there's arguments to be had. And if you have a different GOAT, I'm fine with that, right? That comes back to that's your guy. That's your GOAT.
That's your Mount Rushmore. Everyone has their own Mount Rushmore.
Everybody has their own Mount Rushmore, and that's what's fun. Not all of us are going to like the same guys or agree on the same guys. So,
and if we did, it'd be boring. We wouldn't do this.
The pop John Cena got was electric. And as soon as it hit, I was like, honey, I told my wife, I was like, honey, that's what it's going to sound like December 13th. That's how crazy it's going to be. I was like, you're going to be in for something that you just don't ever see. So, John Cena started off the night, and I loved when he talked about his the last match, and he said the tournament's going to help decide that. And then he went into what's going to make that night special is that it's going to be exhibition matches for main event guys against NXT talent. So some of the NXT superstars that I really enjoy watching will be there that night against main roster talent. I got super excited. I was like, I'm like Oba, Trick, Ricky Saints, Ethan Page, like all of those guys could be there. Some of the fabulous women, Blake Monroe, Jordan Grace, Kalani Jordan, Jada Parker, all the women could be involved. Like it could be something really special. So I'm
I
I'm
think
super excited for that.
excuse me, I am gonna need to figure out where I'm gonna be attending this, since you're leaving me to go actually be there because you're cool and all.
I know
Maybe
I still got 2 extra tickets. They
to
still
the
haven't
Cena
sold.
match.
Yeah, they haven't sold.
If I had the money to buy a flight out there, I'd do it, but it's not happening. So,
Yeah, the flight was about 300.
yeah, no way, no
So,
way.
yeah, anybody listening now or in the future, Pinky's got 2 extra tickets still
It's Cena.
to Cena if anybody's interested. And I'll sell them for face value to a friend who loves wrestling. So,
yeah. So, like I said, I'm probably gonna have to figure out going over to Ron's house to see this, because we all know, as much as we love him, Caleb will not be watching probably. So
who knows? Who knows? So, that got me really hyped up. And then Dirty Dom comes down to the ring and interrupts the celebration. Oh, it was magical. Dirty Dom just talking trash about, this is, it's my time now, and I interrupt old guys celebrations, and I mean it just Dirty Dom being Dirty Dom.
I love that. I love
I
that.
try so much to hate him. I really do. I just can't. I can't hate the guy. What he does is perfection, and his wrestling's really good as well.
He's one of
Whenever
my
you're a really
favorite.
good performer on the wrestling side, and then you know exactly who you are, your character, you're able to do everything that's needed, mic skills, trolling, all of it. Like Dirty Dom is awesome, and I know he's part of the future of this company, and I'm really excited for what he's going to do in the future.
I'm ready for Liv to come back, so we have the Dom and Liv dynamic again.
I am ready for Liv to come back as well. So what made this fun is, of course, he is shit talking, one of the greatest shit talkers of all time. Look who made it!
Ronstradamus! What's up, brother?
You know what? There might be some police investigations about how I got here, but don't worry about it, because we're all about it. Let's get it, baby.
So you're telling me to look for you on the 9 o'clock news and then say I don't know whoever was driving that vehicle.
He obviously didn't get pulled over.
That car was driving itself, and it ain't even a Tesla.
Welcome, Ron. We were just discussing Dirty Dom and how great he is, and how he was able to immediately get the crowd booing him. And most crowds lately have cheered Dom.
Yeah.
But he was immediately able to get everyone to boo. Fantastic work by Dom. So good.
Yeah, Dominic Mysterio, he's becoming one of my favorite because his dad, Eddie Guerrero, really got things together for him and set him up nice and made it so that he was right on time. So good job.
Oh. Well, he talked shit to the wrong guy last night.
Yes.
Because John Cena let him know that I am invincible tonight. And this was the wrong time to be talking shit. And Triple H backed him up. Triple H said, hey, this is a good era. This is a good venue. This is a good night. Let's get it on right now. Let's have a match. As soon as they said that, Ron, I knew what was going to happen, and a smile was on my face. I knew it.
Man, well, you are the ultimate John Cena mark, so that does not surprise me by one iota, my friend.
Well, we'll come back to that, the part that we talked about right before you got on air, but this is perfection, man. I knew exactly what was going to happen. I felt bad for Dom at that moment. I was like, oh, that means Dom's going to lose. I knew it. I just knew it. I knew he was going to lose and was going to make John Cena the Grand Slam champ. And they put on it was a pretty entertaining match. the frog splash that I thought was going to be the ender, and then John Cena rolled him up and put him back in the AA. Awesome, man.
That was vintage Cena right there, and I'm calling it right here. Okay, I'm calling it right here. And for all of you watching in Wrestling Land, they call me Ronstradamus. So here it is right now. Dominic Mysterio is going to cost John Cena in his last match so that he gets mega heat going forward as far as like the person that cost John Cena to lose his retirement match. I'm calling it right here, right now, and I can see it so clearly. And I don't know if Dom will ever be able to make it to like being a face ever after that, costing John Cena his last match in WWE. What do you think about that, guys?
I think that would be amazing.
Wild. That would be so good. I would love that.
I don't know if I see that happening, but that'd be really smart.
Which, Ron, I was just telling Pinky that I need to find a residence. So if your residence is open on the 13th, I would love to experience that with you.
I believe that is accurate. I think I've already had that conversation with my wife that we are doing John Cena Day on December 13th.
All right. Well, you and I will get together off air, but I don't want to just invite myself over, but he's not going to be here, so I got to go somewhere.
Man, I think you'll have more fun in my house anyway.
Love it. Yes. Yes. I love it. All right. So I'll put it on my calendar. We'll get together afterwards for the love it.
So coming back to one of the things we were talking about, before you were able to jump on, Ron, we had mentioned that Cena opened the night, and he got me really excited for Saturday Night Main Event by saying that the matches on that night are going to be main event roster versus NXT talent and exhibition matches. And I got so excited. Oba, Trick, Ricky, Ethan Page, we can do any of the females, Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, Jordan Grace, Blake Monroe, Sol Ruka. Like, everybody's available. Let's make this happen.
I didn't like the fact that it was because like there's only like an hour and a half of the show, right? And so at the end of the day,
Not true. It's no longer on NBC. So they don't have a time constraint technically. This is exclusively on Peacock now.
Okay.
So I don't know what that means like time-wise, but they don't technically have the time restraint they had on the earlier Saturday Night's Main Event. Now the Salt Lake one, I think they did 2 hours and were good. They were 2 hours and they were done.
I've been hearing that they're having a little problem with ticket sales. That's one of the things that I've been hearing through the grapevine is that the tickets are priced so astronomically now. They had some seats up in the nosebleed seats that they were showing, and it was like $650 just to get in the building, all the way down to like $10,000-15,000 to be ringside. So a TKO is really pricing people, the normal standard people, out of flow. And what that really brings up for me, guys, is that we comment a lot about crowd reaction. Like there's just not enough energy inside. I think because the program is becoming more corporate. And so in it becoming more corporate, people just get tickets and they sit down in there and they're like, all right, I'm here. He didn't really hit him. What am I supposed to get excited about? Right. Whereas we as wrestling fans, we're following the storyline and everything like that. So thus we don't get encapsulated into the pulling of punches and things of that sort. What do you guys think?
Right. I would almost say using football as an example, I went down to a Dallas Cowboys game down there. And there's a lot of rich people that go to Dallas Cowboy games. It does not have the energy of other NFL stadium and fan bases. And you can just tell they're there because like it's the thing to do, but they're not diehard fans. And when you're paying, $300 for a really nice seat or more. Like, it's that status symbol versus being diehard fans. I think TKO is going to run into that. It's going to be, like you said last week, corporate events. You're going to have people who aren't invested, don't really care as much versus the hardcore fans.
Yeah, and they're starting to push the hardcore fans because the product hasn't been extraordinarily good. I mean, if you're going to charge me $20,000 to go see WrestleMania in Las Vegas, you damn sure better have some great surprises, some great wrestling and stuff like that. And right now, we're just not at that. It's outweighed. One thing is outweighed over the other, and that is that right now this is the worst era of wrestling that I've ever watched in WWE history.
Worse than the PG era?
Way worse than the PG era. It's almost like we're kind of being PG in an R-rated era. We're supposed to be on Netflix, and people are like they bleeped out several things that were going on last night at Monday Night Raw. And it was like, this is Netflix, guys. Let's get with it.
Hey, I wanted to see Nia Jax's boobies. Just saying. Throwing it out there. You never know.
You never know. My hole hurts. She's the emanator of that one. Good job, Nia.
Challenge accepted. Let's go. All right. So we got a little bit of time for our last topic of the evening. I'm glad you were able to get back for this, Ron. So as we close down Cena's time in WWE, probably the top baby face. You've got Hogan, you've got Cena, you got The Rock, Stone Cold that kind of shared it. You got Cena that took up that mantle. And then who's next? Who's going to pick up the mantle as like that next guy that WWE can go all in on and say, this is our guy. We're going to strap a rocket to his ass and we're going to go to new heights of popularity.
The
Dominic
answer,
Mysterio.
the quick answer to that, and I heard the Dominic Mysterio, Robert, like that's a good call. But I'm going to say this, that Braun Breaker is going to be the immediate guy, but I just saw it on Monday Night Raw last week. Logan Paul is going to be the one that they strap a rocket ship to, and because he already has the bandwidth, he has the intellectual people following him right now and everything like that. When he was looking like he was turning face a week and a half ago, the fans went crazy. And they took it away from us because like later on down the line, they'll bring it back again and it'll be even bigger. So it was genius. That was genius, Triple H, what you did there. But it's one of those things that hopefully they don't mess it up. Who do you think, Pinks?
Well, I've got 4 guys from NXT that I know we've talked about a bunch. This is probably new for Robert.
I know at least one of them.
So we already talked about this guy a little bit because he is part of the John Cena retirement tour, and he faces Gunther, which I told Robert I hate this. I hate Gunther because Gunther should smash him like no problem. And I don't want to see that for Javon. I don't want to see that boy get all whooped up like that. So
General's got to put his lieutenant in place. I'm just kidding.
When we're talking about that face, that next guy that could be like the face, the quarterback. I don't know if Javon can do that part of it, but he's the guy that, I mean, no matter what, every time I see him in the ring, his entrance gets me hyped. When you hear it's bouncy, and then they've got it where it's like on the graphics, and then all of a sudden he comes out and he's going all crazy. I love it. He's like in your face and ready to go. I'm a huge Javon Evans fan, so I am hoping to see him take it to the next level. And he's like, I think he's now 22.
Yeah, he's got a long bandwidth inside of his game for sure.
He's already main evented multiple NXT PLEs. Like it's crazy what this kid has already done.
I love that. All right, well then I'll have to put it on my radar to watch some more of his matches because I'm not overly familiar with NXT other than the couple that I mentioned.
He's the closest thing to Logan Paul, like in the ring.
Okay, that's a good comparison. I appreciate that.
And then you already know.
Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
This
Whoop
guy's got
that trick.
superstar all over him. The look.
Yeah, no, he looks like a G.
Dude, he's awesome. He's in the ring. He's great. I do think he could be a face or a heel. I think he can pull that off, in my opinion. I think he's only really been a heel for the most part. I don't know. Ron, what would you say he is? His character is kind of tough.
He was a face when he first broke away from Carmelo Hayes. And then as he started getting championship reigns and starting to feel himself, they naturally made him into a heel because he got feeling himself. So he can play both angles. He's got the look. He's got the attitude. He's got the crowd behind him. And he's got a catchy tune. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
What's great is it's the crowd. It doesn't say whoop that trick in his song. It's just the beat on his song. And the crowd picks up and says whoop that trick. Fantastic.
It's just like Kurt Angle. Dun, 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 dun. You suck.
I'm really excited for tonight after the show. Him and Ricky Saints are in a last man standing match tonight.
Yeah, that's going to be a good one. That's going to be a great one.
Should be a banger. Mentioning Ricky Saints, the age is a factor for me because he's an older, I think he's 38.
35.
Is he 35? So age plays a factor here. But there's something about this guy. I guess he's not a kid anymore, right? Being 35.
Yeah, Pinky.
He's older than Robert.
By 5 years. Yes. Making me feel bad. Like, the age is a concern. Man. Now I'm feeling old. Damn it.
I look at Ricky Saints. I look at Ricky Saints, and he doesn't look like a person that, like Adam Cole, when Adam Cole was in NXT. That was the same thing that I had with him, is that, okay, the Undisputed Era, if they would have come to the main roster, that would have been interesting to see how they would have utilized them. But I guess they also saw that they weren't going to get any major publicity run. Like Ricky Saints, I can see him being a mid-card champion, but not somebody that's going to carry the big mantle down the line.
So he can't get to that next level.
No, he may flirt with it, but it's not something that he's going to enter into, especially under the Triple H regime. There's no way.
Okay. And I know this will be of no surprise.
Ha ha! My man.
Tell the people, Ron.
When you look at wrestlers from the past, present, and future, and all of the things, the allure of it, he has the allure of Roman Reigns, unbeatable. He has the allure of Ahmed Johnson, going back to the old WWE days. If you haven't seen him, go and look up some video on Ahmed Johnson. He was incredible. He's got the air of Shawn Michaels. He's limber on it. I mean, he's got it all. He's a 5-star superstar, and he is someone that could absolutely carry this division of SmackDown and or Raw very strongly and very believably. Like, there's nobody that would doubt that you're not beating that man right there. He's incredible.
Dude, Obafemi is at this point the total package. And he may be one of the greatest WWE signings from the start of the NIL era, because they signed him. He was doing, I think he was doing shot put and all that at some college in Tennessee or somewhere in the South is where they found him. And his character, he knows who he is. He does have that presence and that aura about him. The ruler, it fit. Like, they don't need to, like, they bring him up to the main roster. They don't have to change a thing.
Anything.
His music's perfect. His name's perfect. The ruler, his nickname's perfect. Everything about the guy. And when you talk about a guy who can put Roman Reigns up like this, Obafemi can.
Without a doubt. He's badass. Badass.
Obafemi versus Roman, Obafemi versus Braun and Bronson Reed and Gunther and Brock Lesnar. Like, let's get it on. Let's go. I
All right, Marvin
am
Gaye.
hoping. Wait, what did you just say?
Ron, I appreciate it. I said, all right, Marvin Gaye. It's okay. Let's get it on. It's okay. It's all right.
You're like, let's get
okay.
it on. And he immediately got in. Okay, Marvin Gaye. That was beautiful. I like this. We might have to go with the 3-man booth for a while. I like it.
I'm available. You know where to find me.
You know, when I said you're welcome anytime, Robert, that's not what I meant.
Hey, man. You said it. I just made it awesome.
I am hoping that he is the one that wins the John Cena tournament. And I am hoping that he takes the Intercontinental title from John Cena. And now we have the reign of Obafemi with the IC title until he moves up to the main event, the main event scene, and which I don't think will be long.
Let me ask you both this then. I'm curious on how you both would answer this. So with John Cena's retirement match, with what you just said, Pinky, do you think that there would be a passing of the torch to elevate one of these guys into the main roster for WWE and they no longer are on TNA? Or NXT, excuse me.
Go ahead,
That's
Ron.
what it should be, but I don't know if that's ultimately where they're going to go.
Okay.
How they've been booking things and everything like that, it's nonsensical. A lot of the things that they've done recently with regards to booking, and I'm hoping that we're jumping into a new era of getting ready for WrestleMania, because that's really what this is all building up to. When we start to get to November, December, and January, we're leading towards what the main events and all the subsequent matches are going to be for Mania. So hopefully they bring this all together and tie it together in a good way. John Cena should leave on his back, and not because he's a bitch, but because, no, I'm just kidding.
Man, Pinky's just getting it from all sides of the corner.
Taking strays today. Just taking strays. Just remember who the champ is, baby. Remember who the champ is. So
John Cena's not that champion. Cody Rhodes is.
Cody.
Yeah, John Cena is going out on his back because that's what a industry guy would do.
Yeah.
Go out on your back. And he wants to give that rub to the next generation. That's why I do have a feeling one of the NXT guys is going to win the tournament. And I feel like either they're going to win the tournament or Joe Henry's winning the tournament. One of the two.
I believe in Joe Henry.
They're going to beat Cena for the IC title, and it's going to start their run on the roster.
Dude, I'm ready for Joe to be more consistent.
Oh, he's almost consistently on NXT now. I don't even know if he does much for TNA at this point.
Yeah, I would like Ethan to come on board, but
I'd like Ethan too, but I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if that would be fun. That would be fun. For me, it's any of the NXT guys. Have them win, get the IC title, and now they're on the main event. They're on the roster, the main roster. We don't have to worry about
Dominic Mysterio needs to be the one that cost John Cena his last, because then he can't get no payback. And so the fans just hate Dirty Dom forever. And for those of you that are watching our show, Smack Talk and Raw, this is the time where we say, we gravitas and say, hey, like, comment, make sure that you're saying all the things, share this with your friends and everything. Sound like Triple H. Because we really want you to come back. This is the People Show, and we're doing everything in our power to make sure that we're being very unbiased with regards to our calling of WWE programming. Smack Talking Raw today with Pinky at the lead, Robert in the rear, and Ron somewhere in the middle. We're telling you like this, brother, that when you're watching our show, we put our hearts and souls into this. I'm driving through Denver traffic. Sorry to all those people that are watching it, but sorry about your damn luck. Because at the end of the day, if you don't like what we're putting down on Smack Talking Raw, I got, and Pinky's got, and Robert's got 2 words for you.
Spoken!
See you next week, guys.
Pinky in the building, reppin' orange and blue. Broncos country, yeah, you know how we do. Hot take so wild, you remember the name. From college ball to the pros, Caleb spitting game. Robert here, the pop culture plug. From comics to racing, pour the drink in the mug. Sports, nonsense and whiskey, yeah, bold talk. Good laughs and a glass in the air. Sports, nonsense and whiskey, right? Kick back, tune in, take a wild side